like OGs need to get some kind of OG treatment. Again, mom and pop shops, make them neighborhood exclusives, and then all up.
Yo, this motherfucker ain't one of us. He said he'd fuck a sheep. Wait, no.
OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan, the other sneaker YouTubers, the hell are boring. OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan, I got sneakers, rated and pouring.
What up, YouTube? OG Trap Jordan, back with another one, and today, a lot of sneaker resellers are bitching, whining, crying, and complaining. They're crying and complaining because they can't knock you upside the head and tax you for an extra $100 to $200 to $300 for some GRs like they were back in the day. Today was a beautiful day. Today we got the Taxi 12s finally. It's been since I think it was 2013 the last time we got a real pair of taxis. We've had a few other ones. We've had like the royalties, and then we also had the red taxis last year. Weren't quite the same. We know the games they play. We know they give us something kind of like it so that we buy it, and then they come out and they give us the real thing, and they're hoping that we'll go crazy and they'll sell out and the bots will come out and they'll get up all the shoes. But lately it's been different. Lately it's been a great time to be a sneakerhead. Lately, the OGs have been dropping, and Nike's been doing us a favor, and they've been giving us plenty of pairs, and now the resellers are starving, and they've moved on to Labubus and Pokemon. So I say, you know what you could do? You could go over to Costco, you could stand in line, and you could wait with all the other idiots, and you can get your Pokemon cards, and you can keep hustling over there, because right now, the sneakerheads like me, the OGs, and the people that actually want their shoes because they actually want to wear them and not resell them are completely content and completely happy. It's just like the old days. Now, I've heard some people saying that it's not like the old days. They never really gave us a lot of pairs. Well, you know what? Some of these sneaker YouTubers that you watch that have been around for a while, they are kind of a little bit on the OG side of the game, but not exactly, because some of us have been around for a very long time. Some of these guys that you watch, they're like, oh yeah, I remember the first time that they retroed. Yeah, well, you know what I remember? I remember when they were actually coming out. I remember when Michael Jordan was playing basketball and everybody wanted to be like Mike. And you know what? These shoes would come out and they would sell out. But you know what would happen? Nike and Jordan Brand would see that, or Nike rather, because I don't even think Nike and Jordan Brand were really separate at the time. And they would go ahead and they would manufacture more, and they would meet the demand, and they would make sure that everybody that wanted a pair that could afford them would be able to get their hands on them. They would sell out, and then they would come out and they would manufacture more, and then they would put them back in the stores. And for a long time, we know what was happening. We know what was happening for about 3.5 to 4 years. We couldn't get our hands on our shoes, and these botters and these resellers and these sneaker YouTubers who are resellers were eating, and they were eating good, and they were getting fat. And now their pockets are slim. Even their bellies are a little slimmer because they're not eating off of us, and a lot of us are rejoicing. And there's somebody in the store right now walking into a Foot Locker or a Champs or whatever, and they see these shoes sitting on the shelf, and they're gonna grab them, and they're gonna take them home, and they're gonna sniff them, and they're gonna have a good time, and they're gonna wear them, and they might even make content. There might even be a content creator born today because they were able to walk into Foot Locker and grab a pair of shoes that they wanted. I didn't grab them yet, but you know what's gonna happen? They're probably gonna go on sale. The Jordan Taxi 12s are gonna go on sale because Jordan Brand and Nike did us a solid, and they gave us plenty of pairs. And when they go on sale, I might buy them. The only reason that I didn't buy them is because I fell for Nike's trick about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when these came out, the royalty joints, and they got this gold right here, and I bought them. And now I'm like, do I even need the taxis? I don't know, but it's an OG. It's a beloved favorite. It's a coveted shoe. And you know what? If I see them on sale, I might just grab them, and I'm going to slap them straight on my feet, and I might make a video, or I might just walk around or go do something with the family and enjoy my shoes, because that's what it's all about. It's not about resale. It's not about getting over on people. It's not about getting rich. It's about about enjoying a shoe that I've always liked since I was a kid, and now I have an opportunity to grab them, just like I've had the opportunity a lot of last year and all of this year, and I've gotten a lot of the OGs that I want, and I know a lot of you guys are happy too, and a lot of people aren't happy. Well, a few people aren't happy. Those few people like Unbreakable Kicks and Sniper Kicks that are out there trying to hoard up all the pairs, and now they're claiming that they want Nike and Jordan brand to go ahead and start limiting these shoes again so that they can get rich off of us. And a lot of people agree with me and some people disagree, but you know what, the reason that some people disagree, and I get this argument, a couple people have gotten my comments and said, I don't like to have the shoes that everybody has, I like to have something that's a little limited so that I'm different. And that makes sense, but I want you to know something. If they were to start limiting the OGs and then making these collabs more plentiful, then all that would do is make you want the OGs more and not give a shit about the collabs, because they'll be limited and you won't be able to get them. I've said this before, it's not that they give us more pairs of shoes that we don't want and less pairs of shoes that we want, it's that you want them because you can't get them. And I get that. Everybody wants what they can't have. But right now, a lot of sneakerheads that really want these OGs are able to grab them, and we're rejoicing and we're having a good time, and I'm not mad about it at all. I'm super happy. So if you want these shoes, go grab them and take advantage of the times, because you don't know what it's going to be next year. We don't know what's going to happen in the next couple years, because these sneaker YouTubers that have been eating off of this game for a while are making videos and trying to convince you that this is a bad thing, and trying to convince Jordan brand and Nike brand to go ahead and start limiting these shoes again, because they want to get fat again off of taxing you, off of taking advantage of you, off of manipulating you who's watching this video right now. And right now I say, F them. I'm glad that they're struggling. I want them to go get their Pokemons and get their Labubus and go eat off of that for a while and leave us the fuck alone, because it's a good time. The same guy that's talking about, oh man, we gotta limit these shoes, is the same guy who's talking about, oh man, how come you guys aren't watching my videos? I don't want to do anything because I'm not motivated. Nobody's watching my videos. The numbers are down. Well, maybe that's because you're a little bit clueless, bro. Maybe it's because you're a little bit out of it, out of touch. I don't know. You're living in La La Land. You think that everybody is on the same page as you, and they're not. We just want our shoes. We're not in this. Some people are. Some of you guys out there might be resellers, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm able to get any shoe that I want, mostly, unless it's a collab. And you know what? If they limit those collabs, guess what's gonna happen? Same thing that happened with the Amamaniers. If they don't limit, I should say. If they don't limit those collabs, you guys won't want those either, and they'll sit around. So it is what it is. So give us our sneakers, get out the way, stop complaining, stop bitching. You guys will probably eat again in the future. I'm sure it'll go to shit, but for now, we're eating and we're loving it. And if you agree with me, go ahead and get in the comments. And if not, if you want to have a conversation about it and you think it's a bad time to be a sneakerhead, I love to hear what you have to say, and I'll go ahead and I'll comment back and I'll let you know how I feel about it. But with that, I just want to say, if you're enjoying my content, if you've been here before or it's your first time, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you can get notified every time I drop one of these bangers, and you can get some more of this good stuff in your life. And remember, no shoe is an absolute must cop. Support the culture and not the resellers. I'm OG Trap Jordan, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.